Hey guys, Wayback Rewind here. On Black Friday, I picked up this Vivitar camera for only $19. Apparently it came out in 2017, but I wasn't even sure if it was a real camera or a child's toy. My original video on this camera is one of my most popular, and I still get many questions about this camera. Today I'm going to answer them for you. Coming up next, here on Wayback Rewind. In my previous video, I reviewed the Vivitar camera. I wasn't quite sure if it was a real camera or a toy. Turns out it is a real camera. It advertises a 44 megapixel sensor. There is no way in the world this camera has a 44 megapixel sensor. It's something much less than that. I don't know sure exactly, but I saw no difference between the 44 and the 5 megapixel. I think it has probably even less than that, and it extrapolates out to whatever it's claiming. And on the video side, it claims to shoot a 1080 video, which it actually does. That's probably also extrapolated out, but HD video only requires 2 megapixels, so that's not as much of a stretch. But it does shoot decent video, as demonstrated here, and I went out and I shot the video and I reviewed that extensively in the first version of this video, which you can go back and watch. But here I'm going to answer some questions. I get asked this question a lot. How do I get my pictures from my camera into my phone? Modern cameras often have Bluetooth or Wi-Fi and allow you to create a direct connection between the two. Older cameras, or less expensive ones like this, generally do not. So you have a couple of ways you can do it. My favorite method is to simply remove the memory card from the camera, put it into a computer, and then connect your phone to your computer and transfer the pictures that way. To me, that's the most straightforward way. I also get asked a lot how to open this door. This camera must have a failure mode that prevents this door from opening. I don't exactly understand it because I've never had that issue, but I can just push on this and it opens. But I think what happens is this memory card somehow dislodges and then jams the door from opening. That's just a theory, but I don't know. I have a 32 gigabyte memory card in here. I also get asked a lot, why does my camera say it's full when I just bought it? Because it comes without a memory card, and you have to put a memory card in here or it won't work. So once you remove the memory card, it's just a standard micro SD memory card. You can put it into a sleeve and then put it into your computer. Sometimes it takes a minute for the card to register. I have an absurd number of external drives on this computer, most of them full. This is a standard SDHC card. It shows us 29.7 gigabytes, of which 9.92 is free. When I open this up, you see the standard folders: AVC HD for high definition video, DCIM for your stills. Another question I get asked a lot is, I can find the stills but I can't find the videos, because the videos are kind of hidden. In order to find the videos, you have to look in AVC HD, which is obvious, then BDMV for Blu-ray disc MV. Then you have to look in stream, and then once you get into stream, you see these individual MTS files, and those are the actual video files. If you click on these video files, they will play. Let's go back to the, now that I have these files here, I can just drag and drop them onto my desktop or wherever I want to put them. My phone is plugged into my hub here. I'm going to unlock it, turn on the hub. I have my Galaxy Note 8. Back in the good old days when these phones had external memory cards in addition to internal phone memory. I'm just going to open the phone here. The DCIM folder, camera, because I have this phone set up to take pictures onto the external card. The camera folder is empty. I'm just going to grab these pictures that I put on my desktop, drop them into the camera folder. And now when I open my phone, I open the gallery. I have two cameras, one for the card, one for internal. I open the internal, and here are the pictures from the camera. I have successfully moved these pictures from the camera to the phone by taking the memory card out and putting it in the computer. So now I'm going to show you an even easier way. I put the memory card back in the camera, turn it on. I still have the phone here. You'll notice that the phone is connected to my computer hub. I'm going to show you this phone has a USB-C connection, a very modern connection. Cable. A USB cable, type A on one end, type C on the other. I'm going to plug this into my hub. And I'm going to plug it into the camera. Then I'm going to turn it on. The camera immediately recognizes that it's connected to a computer. Now I have the camera connected to the computer. I have the phone connected to the computer. Now if I open up my computer, I should see them both there. And they both show up as hard drives on my computer. I can open up the Galaxy phone, which I did earlier. And now I also have on here as a USB drive this 32 gigabyte card. So I can open up just like I did before. It's using the camera itself as a USB card reader. So I can open up the multimedia file, and I have all the same pictures that I had before. I can highlight them and drag them right to the phone. Literally drag these directly from the camera into the phone. Okay, so what if you have an iPhone? The process of getting the pictures from the camera into the computer is exactly the same, but iPhones are a little bit trickier. Even though the Photos app opens up into one folder on the phone, the files themselves are actually stored in a series of cryptically named folders that don't really make any sense, and they're not designed to be interfaced with directly. So for an iPhone, you're better off importing the photos from the computer. Let me show you how that's done. Even though you can connect the iPhone to your computer with a USB cable, and the iPhone will open up as a directory on your computer, and you can see the folders where all of the photos are stored, it's a one-directional thing. I don't know why, but Apple will let you open up the folders. It will let you see the pictures, and you can even drag them from the phone onto your laptop, but you can't do it the other way around. I can see a picture here, I can drag it onto my laptop, and it's copied onto the laptop. But if I try to take a picture from the laptop and put it in the phone, it won't let me. Don't ask me why. In order to do that, you're going to need to either use the iCloud or iTunes. iTunes is an old piece of junk program that won't even run on this computer for some reason. So you're pretty much forced to use the iCloud. If you're like me, your iCloud is completely full, and that's going to be problematic, but it is possible. Go through multiple logins and get everything set up, and then finally the iCloud will open. Once you see your iCloud photos, you can drag your photos from the computer into the iCloud, and then you can bring them from the iCloud into the phone. It's clunky, it's kind of stupid. I don't know why they don't let you just drag and drop, but that's Apple. I'm not an Apple guy, even though I have 19 iPhones, but Apple makes you do everything their way. It's like my way or the highway when it comes to Apple. That's the one thing that drives me crazy. You take this photo, drag it into the iCloud. It's uploading into the cloud. Once it's in the cloud, you can bring it down into the phone. In order for this to work properly, you have to have Save to iCloud turned on and Sync with the phone turned on, so that anything that's in your iCloud will automatically go to the phone. It's going to complain that you've got too many videos and photos. It's going to want you to upgrade. So that's going to be a problem. So it took something like forever for me to upload this photo from my desktop into the iCloud. Now I have to somehow sync the iCloud to my phone. Plan B is from the iCloud, you can create a shareable link. Once you've created the link, you can email the link to yourself in the phone, and then you can download it that way. Or you can just attach the picture to an email and email it to yourself. I know that feels clunky. That's one of the main things about the iPhone that just drives me crazy, is that they only want you to do things their way. If you have Google Photos, you can use that, but Google Photos is also limited to how much you can use before you have to upgrade to a paid version. You can selectively go into the iCloud and download your photos. If you go to Safari, so iCloud Photos, sign in. Once you sign in, now I can see the photos here that I had in my iCloud. I can select the one that I want, download it, and now it's in the phone. Okay, once you've downloaded it into your phone, one tricky thing is it will not go into Photos, which is where you might normally expect to find it. But if you go into Files, you'll see under Recent, there's the photo I downloaded from the iCloud file. There it is. It's in the phone. So there you have it. I answered several questions about the Vivitar $19 camera, and I also demonstrated several different ways to get images from that camera into your phone, or for any camera for that matter, as long as it has a USB port or a removable memory card. If you found this interesting, please hit the like or subscribe button, and thank you for watching.